Hey, SpaceWatchers. This is Space Café Radio, your channel about trends, great people and awesome conferences. And this is our first episode of our ILA 2022 special series. ILA is the International Air Show in Berlin and it took place end of June. I'm Thorsten, publisher of SpaceWatch.Global. My guest is Lukasz Wilczynski, and we spoke about the European Rover Challenge, its history, its challenges, and about this year's program. The ERC finals will be held in Kielce in Poland 9th to 11th of September. Further information about the event you can find in the show notes and on www.roverchallenge.eu. Enjoy our conversation. Lukasz, tell us about this cool project you guys are on.
For the last 8 years, we've been organizing the European Rover Challenge, right now to be the biggest space and robotics event in Europe. And it's a competition for the young engineers and scientists coming from all over the world to participate on the biggest artificial Mars yacht ever built in Europe, because it's 50 meters on 40 meters. It's also a competition for teams that cannot come in person, but, for example, are joining us a remote version, which is very cool because they cannot see anything. They can only see through the eye of the rover we are delivering on the track. So this is absolute Martian immersion for them. And the second part of that event is the conference and inspiration zone, when we are discussing, showing, touching the science, touching the space, and generating new ideas.
Interesting. So give us some more background how that can work. You have teams on the ground in Poland. How do I qualify? Are these professional teams? I mean, it sounds super fantastic. And why Poland?
Why Poland?
Because you can.
The answer is why not?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Generally, it all started over 10 years ago when we in Poland started to push a little bit student teams to gather and to force to make a team to participate in United States in one of the robotic competitions. And then year by year, the number of teams grew. And right now we have like 16 robotics teams in Poland. So many years ago, we decided to also create a competition of our own here in Europe that will be from the day one bigger than the American one, and actually will be also open to the public because it was very important for us. And we stayed in Poland because Poland is a quite new player in this market. And generally, I think that having this kind of project and this kind of event in this part of Europe is very important because there are many things happening in Western Europe, Central Europe. And I think that if we want to build a truly European talent pool and European competence for space, like united European competence for space, we should also focus more on Eastern Europe, where there are many great talents. Some new emerging countries, like, for example, we are already as a Poland in ESA for the last 10 years. It's an anniversary this year of Poland joining ESA, but Slovakia is just joining, the Baltic countries are trying to join. And I think that this is very important. That's why we stayed in Poland with this event. And it was an idea from the day one. So we can focus on Poland. Our special guests that are coming every year, like NASA administrators, we had already hosted 2 of them. Apollo astronauts, we have hosted, for example, Harrison Schmitt, Tim Peake from ESA, and many more people from Thales Alenia Space Italy. Here, best regards to Maria Antonietta Perino, of course, Artemis Westenberg, and so on. They always say that this is amazing that this is in Poland, because they can see so many passion in this kids coming from all over the countries nearby, and to touch the Mars, to touch the space.
The event will be beginning of September. So can someone who just listened to that still decide, hey, we want to do that? And how is this process? Or is it too late for this year?
Well, if someone wants to just come and see and join us over there, absolutely no problem. It's 9th to 11th of September in the amazing town Kielce in Poland.
I think most of us does not know where Kielce is, so give us some direction.
Absolutely between Warsaw and Krakow. If you land either in Warsaw or in Krakow, the same distance in the middle, there is a town Kielce. It's located in a very interesting region geologically. It's amazingly interesting region. And actually, the first tetrapod that was announced many years ago in the Nature magazine was found over there.
Really?
The first track. So by geologically, it's amazing terrain. It's a paradise for geologists. So our geologists started to build a Mars yacht over there. But coming back to your first question regarding the joining us probably by a team, well, unfortunately, it's too late, because if you want to participate in the competition as a team, you have to watch carefully the deadlines, the dates, and everything starting in January. In January, we are publishing rules. The rules are made based on NASA and ESA roadmaps. And then you are forming the team, then you are sending your fair qualification papers, then you are accepted initially, then you have to work on PDRs, CDRs, as in space, then you have build a robot, then you have to show us the videos from your tests, and then you are qualified. We are talking in mid-June, just in a few days, there will be a final list of finalists, because we call this event as a finals.
I see.
It's a long process, a 1-year process actually.
So, but everyone is invited to join this year to get inspired, to see what you guys are doing, and then give it a go for the next year and participate.
Yes, if you want to just look at the competition, of course, but you can join us and listen what will be said. And this event has an amazing agenda, an amazing program, because we have 3 days of competition, the 3 days of the event. So in Big Aula, we will have amazing discussions. The first day will be regarding Mars, so everything regarding Mars, but everything you have probably never had before, because it's always regarding the future Martian missions. No, we will talk about Martian cities. Let's go far ahead in the future and let's discuss if we are already there. And let's discuss about the future Martian cities. The second day will be about Moon. It's coming. We can see it everywhere here. But how to survive? It's very hard, to build from the Moon village to the Moon base or Moon city. It will be very, very hard. It's extremely live, actually. So we would like to talk about that. If you want to live on Moon, what about design? What about art? So this will be also a point of discussion. And the third day will be regarding Earth, because it's very important that the space is for Earth. So actually we'll be discussing what we can have from it. How can you make startup? What kind of money you can have from, actually, and how can you fund your ideas? And the people will be joining us for these discussions from EUSPA, from our European agency, from ESA as well. So we will host people from ESA, from NASA, from Polish space agencies, but also from companies. So it will be like a message from the first hand.
That's obviously my next question. Talking about financing, you're obviously a private company. So how can you manage that? Do you get the support from the entities you mentioned before, from ESA, EUSPA, from the Polish agency for the competition at large? But also the teams, where do they get their funding from?
Let's start from us, actually. So our main source of funding is a grant from Polish government, from the Ministry of Education and Science. Because what we do, we actually popularize the science, showing how can be commercialized, and actually inspiring people to do science, to go into the science. We also receive support from the local government where we are located, because it's very important to have this kind of partners, co-organizers actually. It also boosts the idea of the space exploration into the region. And we have 2 startups in this region working on space technology. So it's growing. We also reach for the funding from EUSPA, from Polish Space Agency. ESA is supporting us by financing experts that are coming. We don't have to actually cover the expenses over there. So ESA is supporting us this way, and also is opening the doors to many people for us, and it is much more important for us sometimes. And we also get financing from private companies, because this is the place you can either show your brand. If you are thinking about branding yourself with the next generation, ERC is an amazing idea. We are also transmitting. This is very important. We are going worldwide online. Last year, we have 500,000 of attendees online. But you can also think about employer branding. You can also find new talents. And with joining us, you can have access to the zone of participants of the competitions. And then you have teams, then you have young engineers, freshly graduates, young scientists, just to be taken and hired. So this is an amazing place also for HR people that are also joining us on the place. So regarding the second question about the teams, this is the same case for them. So we are just also treating ourselves as a team. Very receiving information about the competition. First, they know the rules. They have to, build thing, right? Let's call it a thing right now. They need money for parts. They need money for construction services, maybe some subsidiaries. They need money for logistics. And they need money for anything else like marketing, everything. So mostly they're also reaching for grants, but it depends. Teams from Europe may have some grants from universities. They have grants I've seen even from local governments or provinces where I'm coming from. Teams from other countries like African countries, Asian countries. Sometimes I can see a bank that is supporting the young talents. Yeah, I can see logos of banks. They also are reaching for the barter sponsors that are not giving them cash, but parts, which is very important for them. So they have some kind of open account internally and they can reach for parts they need actually, etc. And then they are going for typical marketing fundraising. So they are famous already in their country because some of them are really, really good in this. And they can provide visibility for the brands that will support them in their own country, actually. This way, they are gathering money for logistics, for flights, for accommodation, etc. We are helping them as much as we can. We are funding some promotions inside Poland. We are guiding them where to find place. So they are secured when they are coming to our country.
Let's use that format we have here for doing some shameless promotion. So how can someone who hears that and said, wow, that's pretty cool. I want to not participate, but I want to support these guys. I want to get visibility in this market. Who can someone reach out to you and can help you?
Generally, I want to also mention that this is not a private company thing. It's organized by European Space Foundation. So we are very transparent on that. We are not earning money on doing this. This is our purpose of life. Because we have our own companies. Like me, I'm the PR person, so I have a PR company working for space, but I'm not earning money on ERC. So if anyone wants to support the European Rover Challenge, I think that the best way is to go to either roverchallenge.eu and to find a contact to us. Find me on LinkedIn, so I'm there. And also you can go to spacefdn.com because this is our main foundation website. You can also see other projects we are involved.
Yeah.
And also there is a direct contact to me and we can find a way how to support you on this event because you can either show your brand or you can working with HR process and you can also find brilliant technology and would like to be involved in the whole process. So the technology should be tested by every team next year, right? We already did it with some of the IP cameras company and they've given every qualified team the cameras, special cameras, and before coming to the event, so they could validate the technology based on the input from 40 teams worldwide, how to operate on the same technology.
My last one is not a trivial question. Poland is on the border to the Ukraine. You're dealing with millions of refugees. Does that have an impact on your activities? Does it stop you?
For sure, it doesn't stop us because in our private lives, we are helping as much as we can because it's our duty as a human being, right? It didn't stop us. We couldn't see any problems with even teams backing up that we cannot go. No. Poland is safe. Generally, we are in the very safe place and that the competition is not endangered with anything. Of course, we had to introduce some kind of blockade because this is also connected actually with the sanctions. We are in European Unions. I don't know, because space is a one big family and it was always over the politics. Remember Apollo-Soyuz program? It just, connected to hostile countries. And we hope that once again we could work. But right now it's forbidden by law, actually.
Lukasz, I wish you and the challenge all the best. We will track that as best as we can. We are looking forward to that and good luck with the preparation. It will be a hot summer.
Yes, of course. And I would like to also invite, if you can come to Poland in the September, please do. If you cannot, go on Rover Challenge EU because there will be online transmission and we will show you not only the aula, not only the discussions, we will jump into the mass yard to show you the real action and we will jump in also to the team preparation. So you'll have a full immersion what's going on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you want to stay on the pulse of space, visit our website, our mothership, at www.SpaceWatch.Global and subscribe to our newsletters. Do you know about our other products? Our Space Café podcast with Markus Moslechner or our Space Café web talk series? No? one more reason to visit our website. And don't forget to become a Space Watcher. I'm Thorsten Kriening, CEO and publisher of SpaceWatch.Global, your independent perspective of space.